Welcome back. Today we are teaching an intermediate mat class with a few different props. So we'll need to gather up a foam roller if you have it. All exercises can be done on the mat without roller if you do not have a foam roller at home. If you have a theraband, please grab your band. And then you're going to need a set of hand weights. So we can use 2 or 3 pound hand weights. If you have shoulder issues, you probably want to stick with 2 pound hand weights. So we're going to go ahead, put the props off to the side. We'll lie down on our mats. We are going to start with ab work today. So we're going to start with the knees over the hips to Pilates tabletop position. Arms will extend straight up to 90 degrees today. So palms will face forward, legs are hugging together to touch. Abs pull in. We're going to curl chest and head away from the mat. The legs will extend to 45 degrees as hands press to hips. Now bring everything back in together, lowering chest and head last. So scooping the abs in, flexing underneath the underarms to extend out. Now curl higher to bring it all back in, lowering the chest and head last. So really slow movement to curl up to extend. Curl higher to bring everything back in. Good. Relaxing the neck, scooping the abs, curling up, pressing hands, extending legs. Scooping in, curling higher to bring everything back in. We have 3 reps here, pressing thigh bones together, scooping the abs in to extend. And inhale to bring it all back in. Last 2, abs pull in, contract, press, arms and legs extend. Inhale, bring everything back in. Now last rep here, we'll curl up to the top and hold. Flowing into coordination, open the legs about the width of the mat, hug the legs back to the center. Now bend the knees in first, curling higher in your chest curl. Raise the arms up, lower chest and head last. Curling up, arms and legs go out together. Open the legs the width of the mat, close the legs, curl higher to bring the knees in, curl higher to raise the arms, then lower chest and head. Continue to flow slowly. Each movement comes from the core. Relax the quads, curl higher, scoop deeper, lower chest and head down. Let's flow through 3 more, as slow as you can flow. All core to open, all core to close. Curl higher to bend, curl higher to lift, lower chest and head. Last 2, scoop the abs, curl up, extend. Open with control, close with control. Scoop the abs to bend, to raise the arms up, to lower chest and head. Last rep here, curl up to extend. Slowly resist to open, slowly resist to close. Bend the knees, lift the arms, lower chest and head, bring knees in, give yourself a nice big hug. Rock side to side, we'll release that low back before coming back up for the 100. So just a few things with the 100. Make sure that the arms stay straight when you're pumping the arms and that you're pumping from underneath the underarms. The rest of the body is stable. So each pump of the arm should come from your core. So we'll start with the knees over the hips to Pilates tabletop, arms up at 90 degrees. Remember, if 45 degrees does not work for you, you can keep the legs in tabletop. So I'll cue like 2 reps in tabletop, then we'll extend the legs to 45. So keep tabletop, we'll curl up, press hands to hips. Now we'll pump for the 100. So pump the arms up and down as you inhale through the nose. Now pump the air out as you exhale through the mouth. Now inhale through the nose, pumping from underneath underarm, scooping abs in. Now exhale through the mouth. Extend the legs to 45 degrees. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Curl higher. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Abs in. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Rounding forward, pump air out. Exhale, abs pulling in and up. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 3, curling higher, scooping deeper. Exhale. And 2, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Bring it all in. Hands to shins, lower chest and head, rocking side to side. So just giving your low back a break. All right, so we'll need our foam roller if you own one. You're going to place it underneath your feet for bridging. So the feet are going to be just about glutes distance apart. You can press the arch of the foot or heel into the roller, whatever feels most secure to you. Remember, the roller will want to roll forward, but keep the back of the thighs and glutes active to keep your roller stable. So we'll scoop our abs, tuck our pelvis, slowly peel our spine up. Hold it at the top. So let's make sure that our position is correct, our form is correct. So you have that pubic bone tucking under, you have the ribs closing down, you have the abs lifting in and up. Now very slowly round back down into your upper, your middle, your lower. The tailbone reaches long last. So use the abs to tuck the pelvis, to close ribs to hips, activate the glutes at the top. Now stretch the spine really long to retuck the pelvis and print the spine, rounding all of the way back to neutral. So the abs pull in, the heels anchored to roller. Scoop the abs, close the ribs, lift the hips. Now retuck the pelvis to imprint the spine. Round into your upper, round into your middle, your lower, all of the way back to neutral, continuing to flow. Remember, if the roller rolls out, just roll it back into you. Keep those ribs really tight at the top, so follow that glute engagement all the way down and all the way back up. So anchor the heels, work the back of the thighs, activate the glutes, close ribs, scoop abs to lift, then retuck and print and round down. So slowly opening up the spine, bone by bone. Abs pull in, tuck, scoop, arms reach long, ribs pull tight, then retuck and print. Round it back down, bone by bone, upper, middle, lower. Last rep here, we're going to peel up to the top and hold. So keep those ribs tight. We'll go ahead and hinge down, hover the glutes off of the mat. Now hinge right back up. Keep those ribs tight. So hinge down slowly, activate the glutes, scoop the abs. Now exhale back up. Continue to flow. Keep that roller stable. Anchor both heels equally to engage glutes equally. Inhale down. You might have to tuck the pelvis lightly, to exhale back up. We have 5. Activate the glutes, close the ribs, scoop, lift. 4, arms reach long, abs pull in, close ribs to hips to lift. Last 3, anchor the heels, activate the glutes, scoop the abs to lift. 2, inhale down, close ribs to hips, exhale, lift. Now last rep here. Abs pull in, ribs pull tight, activate the glutes, lift and hold. So a slight tuck of the pelvis. We're closing the ribs to hips. You're lifting the glutes in and up. We're holding here for 8, 7, good, 6, 5, ribs tight for 4, activate glutes, 3, 2, round down slowly on 1, bring the knees in. That is exactly what you're looking for. That big quiver. All right, so bring the knees in. We're going to give our low back a little rest. So rocking side to side. All right, you guys, so we'll step off of our mat to the right. We're going to lie our roller down for arm work. So we'll go ahead and go tailbone on one end. So lying glutes down, head on opposite end, still facing the same direction. Good. So lying back. All right, so we'll start with a little shoulder stretch. So extend the arms out to a T and hold. So just allow gravity to take the weight of the arms down. So just relax it all. So relax the ribs, the abs, open the chest, allow the chest and pecs to stretch. You should feel energy stretching through like middle finger all the way up through the underarm. Good. A couple more breaths here. Feet are about 2 large hands distance forward for stability. Still about like glutes to hips distance apart for the setup. All right, after you've taken your last breath, we're going to grab weights to hands. All right, so grab your weights, extend your arms straight up to 90 degrees, abs pull in, ribs pull tight. So make sure that the spine is not arching off of the roller, so you want to pull the middle of the spine back down. Now stretch the arms out to a T, so inhale out, exhale, contract, hug, close, directly over the shoulders. Abs pull in, so inhale, open out. Flex underneath the underarms, close ribs to hips to exhale, hug back in. So stretching arms out to the T, scooping abs in and up, closing ribs back to the roller to exhale, back up. Inhale, stretch out. Flex underneath the underarms to exhale, hug back in. So make sure that you are looking for that co-contraction through the front and back of the shoulder. So you want to engage the front of the shoulder as much as the back of the shoulder. Do not allow chest and pecs to take over because you will end up rounding upper body forward. So keep collar wide, keep your stabilizers active so that you can continue to reach shoulders to waist. Inhale to stretch out, exhale, hug back in and hold. Flip the palms forward. We're going to lower the arms down to the hip line. Now feel the shoulders reach down the back to lift back up. So inhale to stretch down. Closing ribs to hips, scooping abs in and up to exhale, hug, lift. Continuing to flow here. So pressing the heels lightly into the mat will give you a deeper connection to abs. So you're engaging up the back of the thigh to the glutes to deepen that abdominal connection. Close the ribs, exhale, lift. Good, we have 5 here. So inhale, lower down. Abs pull in, exhale, hug and lift. Last 4. Inhale, lower down, abs pull in, exhale, hug, lift. Last 3, making sure that you are engaging both sides equally underneath the underarms, so above the elbows to your shoulders. Last 2, pressing heels equally into the mat, scooping the abs to exhale, back up. Last rep here. Inhale, take it down. Closing ribs to hips, scooping abs in to raise arms to 90 degrees and hold. Let's flow through chest press. So bend out, elbows stop at shoulder line. Now extend straight up above shoulders. So inhale, bring elbows down to shoulders. Pull the ribs back, scoop the abs in to extend back up. Bend with control. Flexing underneath the underarms to extend with control, not tapping weights together at mid, but extending directly above shoulders. Good. Exhale up. Good. Bend. Shoulders reach down. Abs pull in. Extend. Continuing to flow. Activate your pelvic floor. Pull pelvic floor up to extend arms back up. 3. Engaging right and left side together as 1. Last 2, contracting in to extend, closing ribs down. Last rep here, extend and hold. Flip the palms to face in towards one another. We'll circle the arms out to the side to your hip line. Palms face in to raise the arms back up. Slow and controlled. Yeah, so keeping that connection underneath the underarm. Scooping the abs in, pressing the heels to mat. Circle to open chest and pecs, around and in. Abs pull in, shoulders reach down. Circling out to the side, around, down, and back in. Abs pulling in, ribs pulling down, stretching out to the T to open chest and pecs. Good. Feeling that stretch through your palm up underneath the underarms. If you're getting a lot of gripping in the forearm, you might have too tight of a grip on your weight. So very soft grip to the weight, so that you're able to engage above the elbow to the shoulder. Last 2, open, circle, around, down, and in. Last rep here. Opening out, around, down to the hip line, back up to 90 degrees. Let's reverse. So resist down, open out, hug in, stopping at the head of the shoulders. Palms still face in towards one another. Feel the blades reach down the back as you circle arms out, up, and back in. Continue to flow. Scoop the abs in, anchor the heels down. We're closing ribs to hips. Shoulders reach down the back. Resist down with control. Open out with control. Resist up and in. Good. Ribs pull tight. Shoulders reach down. Ribs pull tight to circle out, up, and in. Pressing both heels equally to mat to help stabilize pelvis. Good, getting a deeper abdominal connection. We have 2 reps here. So 2, abs pulling in, shoulders reaching down, arms raising up. Last rep here. Good, and then we'll lower the arms down to the hip line and hold. Let's flip the palms up to the ceiling. Now curl about 3/4 of the way in for bicep curls and extend. So try to follow your deepest engagement, but keep those elbows hugging into midline. Good, and keep elbows stable. So not allowing the elbow to lift and lower, but extending forearm forward, then contracting the biceps to curl back in. Try to time your ab connection with your arm connection. So feel the abs lift up as you curl arms up, and then flex the biceps before you curl in. We have 8 here. Good. Bringing everything in together. 7, contract, curl. 6, good. Chest is wide, collar is wide. 5, last 4, contract, curl, extend. 3, abs pulling in. 2, last rep here. Extend. I'll take the weights. So weights off to the side. Let's go ahead and take the arms out to a T and just hold. We're right back into our chest opener. We will add a little movement here, so we will flow through foam angels when ready. Remember, take your time. This is your workout, so move at your own pace. When ready, we're going to hug the elbows, moving arms into goalposts. Sorry, guys. But moving arms into goalposts, pull elbows to your waistline. And then now reach elbows back behind the head, depending on your flexibility. Remember, with each rep, you should feel gravity take the arms lower, opening chest and pecs. So getting rid of that tension at the front of the shoulders. Good. Keeping those abs connected, reaching the elbows back. Good. Hugging elbows in. We'll take a couple reps here. Good. Just taking your time massaging in between shoulder blades. If you have any tense areas, you can always hold that goalpost and breathe into the tension to release the tension. Last rep here. Good. All right, so right back into a little more ab work on the roller. If this ab work does not work for you on the roller, I would recommend doing the ab work on the mat. Remember, the roller requires a little more stability, so whatever works best for you. So the forearms are going to press into the mat, and then you're going to round the chest forward. Good. So elbows are kind of like forward of shoulders as you hug forearms in. Press those palms down to round forward. Now, one knee coming up at a time. Use the abs to bring the right knee over the hip. Use the abs to bring the left knee over the hip. Let's flex our heels today. We'll start with the single leg stretch. Extend the left leg out to 45 degrees and hold. You're pressing the palms into the mat to round the sternum forward. You may have to tuck the pelvis lightly here, yes. Now make super slow leg changes, bringing the knee all the way back over the hip. Continuing to press palms down to round forward and slowly change. So we're changing from our abdominal muscles, not the quads, not the hip flexors. So we're scooping the abs. Remember, you might need a slight tuck of the pelvis here because of the balance challenge to help stabilize. Abs pulling in, continue to press down to round forward. Activate your stabilizers underneath underarms so that the shoulders do not creep up to neck. 3, tucking that pelvis, rounding forward, scooping abs. Bring the legs higher if needed. We have 2. And 2. Last one to the left, slow and controlled. Last one to the right. Bring both knees in, rest both feet to the mat, rest head down, take a break. Rock sacral area side to side, just massaging out that lower back. All right, so next position, we'll come into single heel taps. So hugging arms in, pressing palms down, scooping the abs to curl up. One knee at a time to tabletop, flex the heels. Let's tap our left heel down slowly, keeping the heel in line with the knee. Now exhale, drag the knee back over the hip. Inhale, only lowering the femur bone down to where you stay stable, to where the abs stay connected. Now inhale, tap down, curl higher, scoop deeper. You're looking for that quiver to exhale, hug, lift. Inhale to hinge. Abs pull in, press hands down, scoop abs in to exhale up. So keep the pelvis tucked, we'll curl higher. Yeah, scoop the abs tighter to exhale, lift. Bringing the knee all the way back over the hip line. So truly following your abdominal connection. So scoop the abs, exhale up. Inhale to hinge, rounding forward, scooping deeper, turning off the quad, turning on the abs. Inhale to hinge. Exhale, curl higher, scoop deeper. Give me one more to each side. So one to the left with control, scooping in to hug up. One to the right, Rounding forward, scooping deeper. Exhale, hug, lift. Rest the feet down, lower chest and head. Feeling those? Okay, good. Yeah, I know. We might have to tuck the pelvis a little more than normal because of the stability challenge. So just listen to your body, shorten range of motion if needed. And once again, if it's too intense on the roller, just take the mat. Mat options are always deep as well. So we'll go ahead when ready. Let's finish up with one last set. I want to show you a little double leg extension. If the double leg is too intense, just stick with the single leg. Our first variation. So one knee comes in, other knee comes in. You're pressing down to curl higher. Let's extend the legs straight out to 45 degrees. Now exhale, bend and hug in. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs out. Scoop the abs deeper. Exhale, curl higher to hug and bend. Inhale, straighten the legs out. Keep that pelvis tucked lightly if needed. Now exhale, hug and bend in. Inhale to extend. Round forward, scoop deeper. Exhale, hug in. Remember, if you need to bring the legs higher for this set, bring the legs higher. No low back, no quad. It should be all abs. You're flexing the spine forward to exhale, hug in. We have 2 reps here, guys. Hug femur bones together. Scoop abs in and up. Round forward to exhale, hug and bend. Last rep here. Inhale, take it out. Abs pull in. Exhale, hug and bend. Rest the feet down. Lower chest and head. Rock sacral area side to side. All right, you guys. So we're going to come into a little back extension because that's a lot of flexing the spine forward. So for back extension today, we're going to start with the Swan prep. So get rid of the roller for now. We might bring it back in later down the road. So go ahead and lie prone. So lie on your stomach. Elbows bend to the sides. We're going to stack hands one on top of the other, resting forehead down into hand. All right, so the setup. Legs are apart about hips distance. We're pressing the tops of the feet down. We're scooping the abs in, tucking pubic bone under. Now, the palms are going to stay connected together, and the arms are going to stay connected to the mat. So retract the blades down the back. We're going to press down to retract blades back to lift chest up and slowly resist back down. Remember, upper back extension, not lower back compression. Less is more. Tuck the pelvis, scoop the abs, reach the shoulders down, keep the neck in line with the spine, and then slowly resist back down. So pressing the arms down into the mat to flex underneath the underarms. Inhale, fill the lungs up to lift the chest. Exhale, slowly lower back down. We have 2 reps here, so press the feet down, tuck the pelvis under. Inhale, retract blades back to pull chest forward and up. Exhale to lower back down. Last rep here. As long as you do not feel lower back compression, we're going to lift up to the top and hold. So lift up to the top and hold, retracting the blades back, scooping the abs in. We're holding here for 3. Pull your sternum forward, lift chest up for 2. Lower down on 1. Let's take a child's pose. So we'll sit back. Good. Stretching out that low back. Take a few deep breaths here. So a few deep breaths here. All right, so when ready, we are going to come into a low plank position. So elbows are going to drop directly underneath the shoulders. We'll tuck our toes under, and we're going to hold here for 60 seconds. So the elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. Good. You're tucking that pubic bone lightly. You're lifting the abs in and pulling that connection up to sternum. Remember, we're continuing to reach the shoulders to your waist and then pulling sternum forward. Good. Looks really nice. So continuing to put all of your body weight into your abdominal wall. So you're pressing down and you're lifting up. The neck is nice and long with your spine. Try to release the front of the thigh and engage the back of the thigh. You can hug the glutes in and pull them up. That will deepen the connection below the belly button with abdominals. And continue to tuck pubic bone lightly and pull that connection up to sternum so that you do not end up with compression in the lower back. We're counting down now for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, in and up, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kneeling down, sending the hips back. We'll take a child's pose. So stretching out that lower back. And taking a few deep breaths here. We are going to flow through cat-cow. So hands are right underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. We're going to round the back. Let's sit the hips back about half to open up the lower lumbar. And then go ahead and tilt the hip bones forward, extend the spine, rotate blades back. Good. Abs pull in to drop the chin, to tuck the pelvis, curling pubic bone to sternum. Sit those hips back until you feel a lower back stretch. Then use the abs to guide you through extension. So tilt hip bones forward to the mat, extend the spine, rotate blades back, lift chest and gaze. Let's take 2 more here, then we'll flow through some side planks. So tucking the pelvis, rounding the back, opening up that low back. Then bring the hips forward, extend the spine, rotate blades back, lifting chest and gaze. Good, let's take 1 more of each. So sitting the hips back, good. Tucking the pelvis under, taking that lower back stretch. And then bringing it into that upper back extension. We're gonna rotate blades back and just hold here for 5. Pulling abs in and up for 4. Pulling sternum forward for 3. Extending through elbows for 2. And 1. Sit back, take your child's pose. Next position that we'll set up for will be our side plank. So we'll go ahead, let's start with our left side today. So we'll do 2 sets of 30, but I'll keep you flowing through without a break. If you need a break in between, you can break on your own. So we're going to start with the left elbow underneath the left shoulder. We'll keep the feet tandem, so bring that right foot forward. Right palm can press down into the mat. We're holding here for 30 seconds. So you're pressing that left elbow down into the mat to reach left shoulder down to take the weight of the body into your stabilizer. So engaging that left lat and serratus. The abs are pulling in from below the belly button and connecting up the left side of the waist to that connection. You're pressing the feet down, you're pressing the palm down, you're lifting the hips up. We're transitioning through center, taking it to our right side plank. So setting up, right elbow underneath shoulder, feet are tandem, sides of the feet press down, left palm is down, right shoulder hugs down the back, we're holding here. Lifting abs in and up, good. Keeping that connection in that right side wall. Remember, hugging glutes in, scooping abs in, connecting underneath that right underarm, flexing underneath, hugging here, holding here, pressing down to lift up. So not collapsing, but keeping body weight into right obliques. Transitioning through center, we're back to our left side. Good. So left elbow directly underneath left shoulder, pressing that palm down, lifting those hips up, holding here. Good. So flexing underneath left underarm, contracting into left obliques, pressing sides of the feet down to lift hips up, hugging glutes in, we're holding here. Pressing down to lift, so putting all of your body weight into the left side wall, pressing the sides of the feet down to get those hips up. Last set here, you guys. Let's take it back over to that right side. So right elbow underneath shoulder, split the feet, sides of the feet down, lift those hips up. We're holding here. Last set of 30. Abs in, hips up. We're holding here. That right shoulder is down. We're flexing underneath that right underarm. Good. Tractioning and hugging that elbow to you as you lift abs in and up. Good. Hugging glutes in and up. Activating right side wall, holding here for 5, in and up for 4, in and up for 3, for 2, and 1. Taking your resting pose. So kneeling down, sitting the hips back. Good. Holding here. So let's separate the arms about shoulders distance apart. And let's come into a little more back extension here. So a little more active of a stretch. So arms are long. Hips are back, but the tailbone is reaching long. I believe this is puppy dog pose. Sternum pulls forward. You're stretching underneath underarms, pulling that sternum forward. We're holding here. Good. So taking a few deep breaths here. Hold. All right, when you're ready to come up, we're going to come up. Moving on to our legs. So we're taking our theraband, whatever type of band you have, and if it's a larger band, just remember you can wrap it several times around your thighs to make it the resistance that you would like. So we're going to go ahead, slide the band above the knee lines, or the knee line, and then go ahead and slide it all the way up, and then we're going to come into heel kicks. So Coming on to 4-point kneeling. So elbows come down to the mat. Let's go ahead. You have two options here. You can keep forearms down on both sides, or you can bend the left elbow and press left palm into the mat, okay? Both options are correct. It's whatever feels better for you. So go ahead. Let's lift the right heel up. Good. Now lower the femur bone down about 1/2 to 3/4 of the way. Now tuck the pelvis, scoop the abs to lift. Inhale down, activate the glutes, scoop the abs, exhale, lift. Good. Inhale down with control, abs pull in, now exhale back up with control. Good, so only lowering the leg down to where the band stays active, and then only lifting the leg up to where you keep that glute activation without arching the low back. So contract the abs, contract the glute to lift the leg up. We have 4 here. Scoop the abs to lift. 3, abs contract, hug and lift. 2, activate the glute, contract and lift. Last rep here, we're going to lift up and hold. Now, only lower down 1/2, now hug and lift. Lower down 1/2, contract, hug, lift. Lower with control, scoop the abs, now lift with control. Abs pull in, contract, hug, lift. If the left elbow is bent, you're pressing into the left heel of the hand, pulling that left shoulder down to square off shoulders and hips. If the left forearm is down, you're pressing into the left forearm and tractioning it back towards you for 3. Contract, lift. 2, hug, lift. Now last rep, we're lifting up to the top and holding. We're holding here for 10, top pelvis. 9, abs in and up for 8. Hugging right glute in, lifting it up, 7. Heel heavy for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the knee down on 1, sit back, take a child's pose. Hold it here. All right, so we're coming into side lying, left side down, right side up. So we're going to stick with the right side. So we've just warmed the obliques with those side planks. So let's keep those obliques active. Move your body back to the back edge of the mat. So shoulders, chest, and head lining up with the back edge. Now bring your legs forward to the front corner of the mat. So we still have the band above the knee line. Good. Now flex the top heel, contract the obliques, contract the right glute. Now lift the top leg up. Lower down without releasing band. So contract the glute to lift, contract the glute to lower. So abs pull in, obliques pull in to lift and lower. Turning off the quad, put all of that resistance into your glute. Shoulders down on both sides. Pull your sternum forward. Press your right palm down. Keep your spine long for 5. Contract, lift. Abs and obliques lift in and up for 4. Contract, lift for 3. Abs pulling in for 2. Last rep here. Lift up to the top. Now lower 1/2 and lift. Lower 1/2, find your quiver zone and stick with it. Releasing the hip flexor, tapping into your right glute med. So activate the side of the right glute to lift. Abs pull in, contract, hug, lift. We have 5, hug, lift. Remember, if you need a rest, you can rest at any point and just join back in whenever you feel ready. Last 2, hug, lift. Last rep here, lift and hold at the top. Now go ahead and circle the femur bone back. Keep the leg straight, so do not bend the knee. Circle from femur bone at hip. Activate the glute to circle back. Abs pull in. Circle back. Good. Keeping the band active, keeping the glute active. So stay in your glute range, stabilizing pelvis, stabilizing spine. We have 4, keeping that knee straight, circling femur bone around and hip for 3. Abs lifting in and up. Last rep here, now reverse. Circle the leg forward, slow and controlled. Abs pulling in. So keep that top hip forward, circle, yeah. Abs pulling in, circle. Good, abs pulling in to circle. Activate that glute. Keep femur bone rotating forward. Keep toes rotating down if you can. Good. 4. Abs in, right obliques. We have 3. Last 2. Good. Last rep here. Go ahead and lower down. Okay, it's time to hit the next side. All right, so go ahead and find your 4-point kneeling. So knees underneath the hips. We're down to our forearms, elbows underneath shoulders. Remember, you choose the variation that works best for you. If you'd like to keep both forearms down, that works. Or you can bend the elbow, pressing right palm down. Okay, here we go. So just make sure that the band is still above the knee line. We're going to start with the full range of motion, keeping shoulders and hips square. So lift slow, lower slow without losing resistance. Contract the glute to lift. Try to keep the heel over the knee and then slowly resist back down. So the glute stays active in both directions. The shoulders are reaching down. The pelvis is tucking under. You're contracting in to lift, contracting in to lower. Good. Tuck that pelvis lightly though, 0 compression in the lower back. So if you truly follow your abdominal connection, you should work in the correct range of motion with your glute. So it's all about pelvic stability. Pelvic stability is going to keep the deepest connection for the glute, the deepest connection for the abs. Contract, lift for 3. Good, tapping into your deepest connection for 2. Now last rep here, lower down half. Hug the glute to lift. Lower down half. Contract to lift. Lower with control. Contract, hug, lift with control. Lower, hug, lift, tucking pelvis under, pulling abs in and up, timing the abdominal connection with the leg lift with your glute connection. Exhale up. Good. Pressing heavier through that right forearm or palm to help keep shoulders and hips square. Last 2, contract the glute, hug and lift. Make sure that all of your weight isn't starting to collapse into right side. Good. All right, guys, here we go. Lift the heel up and hold. Bring the heel over the knee. Squeeze the glute. Everything should be in that left cheek right now. So all of that resistance and body weight. The left glute is pulling in and up. Abs are pulling in and up. Hips are nice and square. We're holding here for 7, 6, 5, tucking pelvis. 4, abs in and up. 3, 2, and 1. Knee down. Heather will flip around, to get that left side. All right, guys, so lying down on our right side, moving to the back edge of your mat. Bring the legs forward to the front corner of your mat and lower down. So remember, the band is still above the knee line so that the band stays active and that we're not putting uncomfortable tension on your knee joint. So activate that left glute, contract left side of the waist, contract, lift, slow and lower slow. Relaxing the quad, tapping into the left glute. Pulling the abs in, contracting left side of the waist. Contract, lift. Abs pulling in, left obliques active, contract, lift. Nice. Sternum pulls forward, shoulders reach down. Good, putting all of your leg weight and that resistance of the band in the left side glute, that left glute med. Contract, lift. If you're feeling hip flexor, quad, your legs could be a little too far forward, or you might not be activating the glute before lifting the leg up. So make sure to give that glute a hug before lifting the femur bone. So initiate with that glute first. All right, last rep here. Lift up, hold up. Now lower down half and then lift back up. Lower half, activate the glute to lift. Lower half, activate to lift. So working in that quiver zone, you should feel the left obliques pull in and up, the abs pull in and up. This is a lot of great abdominal work if you make it, if you use that mind-body connection to keep everything working together as one. We have 4 here, so 4, contract the glute to lift. Left obliques, abs pull in for 3, very nice. Contract glute 2. Now last rep here, hold at the top. Now circle the leg back slowly. Not from below the knee, but above the knee. Keep the leg straight. Keep the glute active to circle the femur bone around in hip socket. Contract, lift. Nice. Contract, lift. Finding your deepest connection and maintaining that throughout. Abs pull in, contract, lift. Good. Last 3. Squeeze the cheek, circle back. Abs pull in for 2. Last rep here. And then let's reverse. So circling forward when ready. So we'll circle, reverse. Good. Oh, you're okay, Heather. No worries. I gotcha. That's what I'm here for, right? Abs and obliques. Keep that glute active. Yes. Contract, circle. Left obliques active. Circle. 5, slow. Good. 4, 3, slow and controlled for 2. Nice. Last rep here. Good. Go ahead and lower down. We'll go ahead and, however you would like, I would say sit up probably is the best. And then just slide that band off. So slide that band off. Good. So let's extend the arms long, and the legs long, and just flex the spine forward. So we'll just take a spinal stretch here while we get set up for our next exercise. So we want to get a little rotation in the spine. So we'll flow through a classical mat exercise, saw. We'll use the magic roller. Well, I guess it could be a magic roller. The foam roller during this exercise to help you keep your hips square, to give you a little feedback in your body. So you want to hug the roller into your ankles. So you will have to rotate femur bones in and keep those inner thighs active throughout. So we're going to go ahead and stretch the arms out to a T. Abs pull in. You want to lift the chest up. We're going to twist from our waist, reach the left fingertips towards the baby toe and hold. So we'll keep that right arm long and back behind. Good. And then keep that left hip glued back to the mat. Good. There we go. Now slowly de-rotate, lift back up to the T, hold. Lift up out of the waist, rotate to your left. Round forward, reaching your pinky finger to your baby toe, hold. Reaching left arm back behind, keep right hip anchored back to mat. Still continuing to hug into roller. Now de-rotate, stack the spine, come back up to your T. Inhale to lift. Rotate, exhale to reach forward and twist. Good. Inhale, coming back up. Good. Rotate, twist, exhale. Reach forward. Good. Bringing it back up to the T, growing taller, twist, reaching that pinky finger to your baby toe, reaching right arm behind, then coming back up, continuing to hug into your roller. Last rep here, twist from the waist, reach, getting that spinal rotation and stretch. Good. And then go ahead, come back up. We'll reach the arms forward. Let's get rid of the roller. Close legs together on the mat, bending the knees. Let's go ahead, feet to the mat. We'll roll back slowly. So roll back slowly. All right, so moving into teaser prep. So we'll go ahead. We'll reach the arms long behind. Good. So your feet are about 2 hands distance forward, the heels from the glutes. Good. So let's hug legs to midline. Good. Hug legs and feet together to touch. Good. So you want to press the femur bones together so that you get that inner thigh connection. So you're stretching the arms behind. We're scooping the abs in. Now bring the arms towards 90 degrees. Draw the chin forward. Now slowly peel up into your teaser prep. Keep the feet down. Good. Now extend the spine and hold. So remember, we're coming up into that V shape. So hinge back, kind of like an earthquake. Now hug into the midline. Tuck the pelvis, slowly round back. So take your time. Tucking and rounding into lower, middle, upper, reaching arms long behind. Abs pull in. So I am going to give you a modification if needed. If it's really hard for you to get up because you do not have the space in the lower part of your spine, I would recommend once the arms come forward to 90, you can place the fingertips lightly behind the thighs and peel up that way. Yeah, so peel all the way up to the top, then reach the arms long. Good, hinge back till you find that V and hold. Now round back slowly, so tuck the pelvis. Keep the arms reaching forward. As you round back, reach the arms behind. Abs pull in. Arms come up very slow. Use your strength. Remember, if you need to lightly place hands behind thighs to pull up, then come back into the teaser. Hold it at the top. Good, we're going to hold here for 5. Abs pull in. 4. Retract blades back. 3, 2. Now round down so slowly. Reach the arms back. Good, just reach the legs long in front. We'll just stretch the body, putting space back into the spine, into the ribs, stretching out the abdominal wall after all of our ab work. Good. And then when ready, let's come back up. So you can either like roll off and come back up, whatever works for you. We are going to finish with a little swan on the roller today. So if this variation does not work for you, I would recommend sticking with the swan prep, okay? But once you feel comfortable outside of the swan prep, this is a very nice swan variation with the roller that I find keeps my low back very safe as long as I do not come out of the correct range of motion. So the setup is very important. Feet apart, hips distance, pelvis tucks under. So the arms are outside of the shoulder line. So give yourself some space. And then the setup on the roller is directly underneath the elbow. Just make sure when we roll the roller in and come up into this back extension that you're not bending the elbows. Keep the arms nice and long. You're slowly going to start to bring the roller into you to lift the chest up into upper back extension. And now lower back down slowly. Good, abs pull in, retract blades back, scoop abs in, pull spine up, bring sternum forward, drop shoulders down, and lower back down. Tucking the pelvis under, scooping the abs in, retracting blades back. Good, lifting sternum up. So pulling sternum forward, you're pressing down into the roller to lift the chest up and lowering back down. Let's take 2 reps here. So tuck the pelvis, scoop the abs, pull the pelvic floor up. Good, you can activate the glutes if needed. Pull shoulders to the back, press down to roll up, and resist right back down. All right, last rep here. So roll the roller in. As long as the low back feels safe, we will hold at the top. So hold here. So pulling your sternum forward, lifting your chest up, pulling the abs in, pubic bone presses to the mat. We're holding here for 5. Abs pull in and up for 4, for 3, and 2, lowering down on 1. Let's counter that extension with a little flexion. So sit back into child's pose. All right, so we are going to finish with a little lateral flexion, a nice side stretch. So you're going to set up on the mat. The knees are bent. Good. We'll take the right foot in front of the left femur bone. Good, and hold. So center yourself on the mat so that you have space. All right, so we're going to drop down to our right forearm and hold, but make sure that the right elbow is directly underneath the right shoulder. Now stretch that left arm up and over and hold. Not collapsing into the right side, but pressing down and lifting, good, off of the right side to create a deeper stretch. So relaxing that left hip flexor, pressing the legs down, lifting that chest up, hold. A couple more breaths here. Reaching right shoulder down, pressing right forearm down, flexing underneath right underarm. Last breath here, stretching a little longer with each exhalation. All right, so we're going to rotate left shoulder to the mat, reach the right arm forward, and then take it into your twist. Hold here, good. So hold. I like to press the palms down and like traction them back towards me to pull my sternum forward and to twist my spine a little deeper. It's totally up to you. Yeah, and you can even bring this into some upper back extension as long as you do not feel compression in the left side of the low back, okay? Good, hold. Couple more breaths. So pressing into the heel of the hands, retracting blades back, pulling sternum through, flexing underneath those underarms. Abs stay connected to keep the spine safe. Fold down. Slide that right elbow back underneath right underarm. De-rotate spine. Use the obliques to pull back up. Good. And then we'll switch sides. So just taking the legs around to the other side.